Hi, this is Dan from Real Mac Software, and it's Friday already, so that means it's time for another RapidWeaver Elements update. And this week, we've been working on the Theme Studio again. Now, this morning, I spent some time and I put together this imaginary burger place. Now, it's a typical site, so we've got a nice banner up here, and we've got these menu items, and I've got a little heading here for locations, and I've put together a tasty menu with some borrowed images from the internet. So that is all looking very nice. So that's our little burger site there that we can use to demo what I'm about to show you. So let's head up to the Theme Studio, and that's the little button up here. Now, when we were building the theme settings and the way this works, we really found that we wanted a way to save those settings and an easy way to change them, to change the overall look of a site. And it's something that we've known from the beginning, that we wanted a way to separate the design from the actual content. Now, while I have laid this out in the fashion that I want it laid out in, all the design, the colors and the fonts and the spacing and things aren't baked in here. They can be set globally, and that's where the themes come in. So at the moment, I've got this plant life theme selected. Now, this theme picker is definitely a work in progress. It is nowhere near final. It's just kind of a development prototype for this UI here. So you can kind of ignore that. But the gist is the same of the way this will work. So if I select another theme here, you'll notice our site completely changes. So we've now got a blue header. The fonts have changed, and if I click back, you can see there that all the menu items are changing and all the colors are changing. So if we come down here, and you'll notice I'm in edit mode, and the page refreshes, but it doesn't jump. It doesn't jump to the top again. It just instantly updates. And let's scroll back up. And if I pick this theme, I don't think I would want this theme for my burger restaurant. It's not a kind of classy look, but it's kind of fun. And I much prefer this plant life one. But you can see as I click through these, all the fonts and all the colors, it just updates just like that. So that's great that I can put together a site and I can choose a theme and I can change the look of it. And this will be great as a starting point for people putting together their sites. So when you come to build a site and you want a nice color palette and a nice font choices, we'll have these all refined, and it will give you a great starting point. So you might pick something like plant life and think, great, this looks nice. This is the colors I want and the fonts I want. But the colors aren't quite right, and the fonts, I would like to tweak them slightly. So you can come into the colors. We'll start with the colors first. And now we've got these two headings. Again, this UI isn't quite final, but you'll understand it as we go through it. So I've got these theme colors, and these are the default ones from that theme. But what I can do is this primary color here, I'm thinking, okay, I want to change this one. And we can see if I click into here, we're using the primary color. So what I can do is I can just duplicate this primary one, and then that puts it into my custom colors. And now I can click here and I can choose a new color. And you've seen this in the previous videos before, that I can just go easily change the colors. So now my custom primary color is overriding this one. And that means on my theme, even if I change my theme, because I've got a custom color, I've got a custom primary color, it's taking precedent over the other theme colors. So here you can see as I click through these, this primary color always stays the same, but this is changing here because that was a secondary color there. So you can see here, like if I click on this one, you can see it's using yellow, and that's secondary, but this one here is still using our primary color. And the same thing goes for fonts. If I want to override that heading font and think, okay, I can add a new font family, and I don't want body, I want that to override the heading. So this is now in my custom font area, and it overrides the theme defaults. So you can see that's updated there, and I could go through here, and just like last week we saw, I could pick another font. And one of the requests from last week was a way to choose a category of font type. So if I know I only want sans serif fonts, I can switch to this, and I know all of these are going to be sans serif. And I can obviously choose serif or handwriting, and then I can go through and have a look and see if any of them fit the style. Let's have a look at these display ones. There's some pretty crazy fonts on Google, but it's incredible because it shows how you can really change the look of your site. So let's just go through here. Oh, they're all the same because they're all slight variations. So let's go for that. So now I've got my heading that I've overridden the theme heading, and I've got my colors, and I've overridden the theme color. So now again, when I change these, you can see this font stays the same and this color stays the same. And that way you can really pick a theme and customize it to your liking. And of course you can just, if at any time you don't want this color anymore, you can just delete it and it will go back to using the theme default, and the same with font families. So that's a quick look at where we're going with the Theme Studio. And of course, these themes will be able to modify all of the settings in here. So your site width, your colors, the screen sizes that you support, like mobile, desktop, iPad, etc. Font families, font sizing, spacing, shadows and borders. So it's really powerful. So once we've finished implementing all of this and fleshing this out, it will really be able to give you a quick and easy way to modify your site. Let me close this one down. And I was working on the RealMax software site as well. And this is a similar thing. This is only a work in progress, kind of just throwing this together to kind of mimic the existing site as a test. But again, you can see here I'm just using the default colors, and when I click through, you can see it updates. The colors update, but the fonts don't, because I have specified specific fonts I want to use, like Open Sans and Inter. But I can change these colors, and it updates and keeps the content and keeps the style. So you can see this is going to be a really powerful system, and I think you're really going to love it once we've fleshed all this out. And yeah, so that's it for this week, really. We've worked on a lot of other things, but they're not ready to show. I mean, hopefully you can see that the elements are really starting to take shape because we're being able to build more complex sites here. So we've got these cards going on, and yeah, it's super powerful. I think soon we'll go through how you can build a site in Elements. I think we'll do that perhaps in the coming weeks, like here. So you can see I've just duplicated that and popped it into another card. It's very flexible, and this is just using a grid item. Anyway, I'm getting off track because there's so much cool stuff in here, and it's really coming together. And yeah, I can't wait to show you more next week. So have a great weekend, and yeah, take it easy, and I will see you next week.